I have done about 400 miles on the MT09, the dark side of Japan, and I wanted to bring a quick update. I had reached out to my Yamaha dealership to see if I could get the comfort seat, but apparently it's out of stock. And I think that's kind of been good news for me because I've just had no choice to ride on the regular seat. And initially I found it extremely hard, but right now I'm getting used to it as it's formed to the shape of my body. And Scott, my dealership, had recommended that give it some time and let the seat conform to your body, and I think he was right. It's absolutely done that, and I don't feel the seat being as uncomfortable as initially I got it. It is, I've got used to it, so I may try to see if I can just use this as much as I can. And then the only reason I'm getting the comfort seat is I think it's a really good price, about $240. It's a pretty good price for getting a comfort seat. So, but if I don't get it, I'm just going to use this one. I've started to get used to this front headlight. Initially, I wasn't that sold on it, the Cyclops look, but I'm now used to it, and it just grows on you. Not only the front Cyclops lips, but also the orange wheels have grown on me too. I kind of like it. When the MT10 came out originally, the FC07 came out in gray and yellow wheels, I really liked that color in the past. I wish they'd come out with that in the future, but I guess if I can't get yellow wheels, orange is a good compromise. Here's a view of the dark side of Japan on the other side. It just looks absolutely great. I am so happy that I bought this bike, and I just really enjoyed the triple engine. I've always been a fan of triple engines, and the sound of it is just phenomenal. And speaking of sound, I think this is one of the best out of the box sound exhaust note. And they sound engineered the note on this triple. That's why it sounds so fantastic. I feel the suspension on this bike is quite firm out of the box. It is very sporty, and the chassis is extremely stiff. Definitely sports bike like. I remember riding the old FC09, and I felt the chassis was a little wobbly, but this chassis on this is super stiff. Very similar to my ZX 10R, which had a very stiff chassis, very sports bike like chassis, and the suspension is quite firm. So I might try to figure out, I might look into softening it up a little bit compared to the Tenere 700. The suspension on this is extremely firm, and also compared to the FGR 1300, the suspension is extremely firm on this, very sports bike like, and I'm gonna try to see if I can adjust it to make it a little bit more spongy from a suspension point of view. I'm still enjoying the bike 400 miles in, and I just can't wait to get over the 600 miles and get the first service done, so then I can open it up and explore the full potential of the MT09, the dark side of Japan. And I'm just looking forward to that. But I'm also taking my time. I'm not rushing it. Just really been busy with work. And, you know, I'm just going to let it flow. The time will flow, and the time of this will come where I can just rip it to its full potential. The other bikes on my bike garage are doing absolutely fine. I tend to use this bike because it's so easy to ride, so easy to handle, and it just has become my go-to bike for local Bay Area commutes. But if I was going to do a very long distance ride, I would definitely pull out the FGR 1300 for my long trips to Yosemite. But for local Bay Area riding, it's just been phenomenal using this bike for my local fun rides here in the Bay Area. And although the rides are small, the quality, the empirical feeling that I get back just from the short ride is just phenomenal, just riding this around locally. Okay, that's all I wanted to communicate on this 400 miles review. The sun is still out. I did finish work a little bit late, so I'm gonna go and get a few more miles in and enjoy the bike, and stay tuned for more videos on the MT09 and my other motorcycles in my garage. And the dark side of Japan is clocking off. Cheers, have a good weekend.